meeting to order for the Jefferson County Board of Supervisors on November 5th to discuss and consider Jackson Point. I'm going to change hats here for a second, if I may. Just to inform the board that I did reach out to a board member of the Area 15 Housing. They don't have a meeting till the 13th. He said he would discuss it with his board. I said, well, we're meeting tomorrow, meeting today, and also on the 10th. So it was Jerry Potts was who I talked to. I don't know if anybody knows him. I did send out one more email to Susan Martin, but she is on vacation. Like I told, like I said to you the other day, not probably a 95% no. Sean's been working, trying to figure out this fiasco at Midwest One Bank. Allegedly, the owners have to give permission to the owners to authorize access to the account that the owners own. Right? That pretty well sums it up.
Yeah, I think we can make up a letter and
Yeah.
the way I read that
And Mary Alice said she
Right.
couldn't tell us, she had to have, she sent me an email, and said she had to have a signer.
I think I might have a signer.
Was it Dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't done the deal yet, but
Okay. But
he's willing to help.
anyway, the point is that she couldn't tell us who the signers were for confidentiality. So, okay, fine, whatever. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna open it up to you two and you do your thing. Any questions you have?
And so I think the question to the county supervisors is based on the present status, and I think we've been kind of dancing around this. Is the county interested in putting wheels in motion to propose or put together I don't know, I wouldn't call it a takeover, but the county investment and operation of this facility? We can't do that today, but if that's the direction that the county wants to go, I think that those wheels could be placed in motion. And that's not I know I'm not saying that in the guise of emotion, right? But I think that's the topic of conversation. Because if not, I think the other interested parties need to know that and act accordingly.
Well, I'll go first, or do you want to go?
Doesn't matter.
We have sat here through countless meetings. We keep coming into roadblocks. I want to say, D-Way has not been cooperative. We've gotten no response back from the Iowa Finance Authority, and I'm very, very discouraged.
You know, along those same lines, Joe, I agree with you on all that. If I was buying something, I would certainly need a little more details, and we're not getting anything. Every time we come here, we hear something else, something different. I'm ready to just let Iowa Finance have this for right now.
So do we need a motion?
Well, just to be technically accurate, the county doesn't, have the interest in the property to let Iowa Finance Authority have it. But I think if the other parties to include the corporation know that the county is not essentially a backstop of last resort here, then that would sharpen the decision-making process for them. So I think that's,
Are you referring to the Progressive Housing Corporation?
yeah.
And that, since you're speaking, that would be my question. If the county's not willing to back this, what business do I or Lee have in pursuing the bank accounts or anything else on our own? Because we're just flying out there solo.
Yeah.
Can I piggyback on that?
Mm-hmm.
I thought about this again about 4 o'clock this morning. It is about 4 o'clock, but anyway. I don't think that any of the board members, in fact, I think that the Board of Supervisors should dissolve the board. I think that we should be unappointed. And I think that the board of supervisors should then direct, because they're the ones that appointed the board and not just this board, all boards of supervisors for 20 years. I agree with Sean. We have no legal authority to do anything other than to the benefit of those who appointed us.
Mhm.
So in that regard, I think then that the board would, whichever board would direct the county attorney's office to send a communication via email of the intent to I guess notify Iowa Finance Authority. I don't know how it, but keep all the legalese, but essentially they're the ones then that should access the account. I don't want to be the one that lets the water get shut off and the heat shut off because it's their building. And if we break pipes and stuff because we took action, then I'm afraid that's gonna come back on me or on Sean or whomever. And so I think that they need to be notified. And
It's not their building yet, right? They have the mortgage interest in it, but
Right,
assuming the consequences of the discussion you're talking about, it will be their building in the near future,
well,
right?
if we don't do
Would
anything,
you
it's gonna be
agree-
sold at tax sale.
Right.
From our point of view, or any of the members of the Jefferson County Progressive Housing Corporation, I'm twisted, but that if we are appointed by the Board of Supervisors for the roles that are kind of vague,
Mhm.
but I don't believe they included property management or paying bills or collecting rent, to say the least. And if the majority of the current Board of Supervisors is not willing to back that board through insurance or any other form, why would we take that on?
Right, well, first off, I mean, the board members of the corporation certainly serve at their own pleasure. There's no obligation to serve. Secondly, I think Lee, when you said that the board should disband the corporation, I think that the corporation should vote. If that's the direction, corporation should have a meeting and make that determination on its own. Because it's an independent corporate entity.
Well, and that's fine, but that's where I'm confused because I don't know how we can be independent when we were appointed by this board to serve at their pleasure.
So you think we should dissolve?
Yes, I do.
And that sort of thing's been done before with public health, so it's been done in the state.
You know, I've never understood the entire concept, and that's because I'm just not smart enough to understand the concept, but my point is that there had to be county involvement for Iowa Finance Authority way back when to get involved financially. Or at that time, I think it was Iowa Department of Economic Authority, but irregardless. So that's how we got this Progressive Housing Corp, of which Dick was the original. So here we are. I'm concerned from the standpoint, not only for Sean and I and the other two, but actually for Jefferson County. Because I believe that there's a great deal of damage that can be done in that building. If we walk away from it, if we don't pay utilities, if the water's shut off, if the pipes aren't drained. And the other part of that is, as you indicated earlier this week, notifying the residents, giving them at least 30 days. So some bills are going to still have to be paid. The insurance is only paid up through the end of November. That's another $1,881. So at some point, absent paying the next month's premium, that building will become uninsured.
But is that our problem? I don't think it is, Lee. It's like, if we do this, we've set a precedent. That
Right?
means if City Hall gets in trouble, we're gonna save them too. We can't save everyone.
No, I'm not asking you to save them. What I'm saying is that where does Sean Morrissey and Lee Dimmitt's liability end? Why, to go back to what he said, why would we want to be the ones to tell the residents they have to find a new place to live?
It shouldn't be. It should be
Iowa
Keyway.
Finance, well, yeah, I'm
I
thinking
think
it's-
Keyway.
They've been involved all along
Yeah.
and to just say walk away. They were one of the startup with the developer and all of that took on the management, I think they're more responsible than we are.
I agree with that.
I agree.
Well, but that doesn't, I'm not gonna disagree with you, but that doesn't serve the residents.
That's
That's
true.
been the conversation since the beginning.
And I'm just thinking that Iowa Finance Authority gave you a crap response as far as I'm concerned. And, so we give them a crap response right back, it's fine. You notify the residents, whatever length of time it is they have to relocate. You determine when the power is going to be shut off, when the water is going to be shut off. Here's the checking account numbers.
You mean Keyway? does this?
No, I'm the Iowa Finance Authority,
No,
because it's their building.
I feel like they should contact Keyway for the information and never even bother you guys.
Well,
I agree with that. I
I
think
mean, I don't
that's,
know how, you know.
The board has no responsibility. You've never had any finances or anything, so you should.
Well, that's why
we don't want to
keep-
start that.
That's why I keep reminding everybody that there is a divide and that the corporation is appointed by the board, but they're independent and they need to make those decisions because that insulates the county from,
But does it insulate us?
Well, no, it doesn't, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
And that's the full sense, and I think the point of this meeting. I'm more than willing, if my neck's not on the line, to go over with Dickory and get the check signature authority, but if this isn't a transition to where in the county or someone else is involved, I'm not just taking it over myself for eternity.
Right.
No, yeah.
That's not what I'm considering my role. I will assist, but it appears that there's no backing by the conversation this morning, and that's fine. I'm just saying at our level in this mess, we're kind of are just the peons that I don't want to get something pinned on me and have no backing from the county or county attorney or Iowa Finance Authority. And it's the same thing when you walk into a bank. They're like, who the hell are you? What authority do you have to even ask these questions?
Even the city of Fairfield wouldn't tell us what the water bills were.
So, yeah, someone else, I feel like, and I hate, we keep saying, do that to the residents, but this is a mess that myself, Gina, I mean, Leah just appointed recently and has no clue of the mess she got appointed to. I mean, why would we have any responsibility in this?
So 2 steps. I think I'm hearing we need to dissolve this committee. And then we need to vote on whether or not. Continue.
well, I think the corporation, it sounds like they need to have a meeting and have this conversation and decide whether they want to vote to disincorporate would be what, because
Okay, so-
it's a corporation that is registered with the state of Iowa. So,
These guys are.
yes. So it's not
So
like
that would
a
be step
government,
one.
it's not a government subcommittee.
Okay,
It's,
that would be step 1.
if they want to do that, yeah, that would be step 1. We would inform Iowa Finance Authority that that's the case. And that there is essentially a foreclosure process and that they are,
I mean, and if you have other opinions or ideas, I'm willing to listen, but this seems to be the way it's going, and
I think
what
through
would
this
be
process,
required, because I think we could do that.
we've been narrowing down options.
Yes.
Right, and over the last, it's sharpened the mind over the last 2 weeks, there's essentially been 2 options. I hate to say the word county takeover, but that's probably what it would look like, of this operation, or, informing Iowa Finance Authority that, based on their mortgage interest, that that we are foreclosing this. So, while there were a lot of good options there as far as obtaining management and a new, operator, nobody that we have, through substantial due diligence, reached out to has been interested in operating. Keyway stayed on for as long, maybe longer than they wanted to. And here we are. So we have a building with tenants, without a management, and that is not the county's obligation to take over. It's never been the county's obligation to take over, and if the county's deciding they don't want to do that, I think that the other options kind of almost choose themselves, right? Because, I mean, the decision is,
Since we didn't form the corporation, do we have the authority to disband the corporation?
it wouldn't be disbanding it, it would be essentially voting to disincorporate. Yeah, yeah. Well,
that
corporations-
Or resign, I think I said that the other day, we would resign due to these reasons. There's no backing, we're not property managers, I mean.
Well, sure. I mean, if everybody resigned, a corporation without a management board, what is it? I think then at that point,
And the corporation is not legally liable to Iowa Finance Authority.
correct, not the partners, the
I
board
just
members.
think that we submit resignations to the board of supervisors.
Yeah, I mean, you tell us how to do it, I don't know.
Well, I
I've
think,
never seen a book of bylaws for the Jefferson County Progressive Housing Corporation.
Right.
Because there probably isn't one.
it's not published on the Secretary of State's website.
It is?
It's not.
Yeah. And so I don't know how to go about, do we need 3 of the 4 or?
Well, I think that the corporation needs to have a meeting and have this conversation itself. And if you guys want to resign at that point, we'll go from there.
And is that your suggestion? Is it?
If that's the course of action that you want to take, I mean, look, Sean, you can draft a letter of resignation today, right? We don't have to have a meeting to do that.
Well, I'm just, you know my position, I don't know what else to do, because I don't think, like I said earlier, for us to just take over this show as unpaid volunteer appointees with no backing from the county
Or
would
Iowa
be
Finance.
ridiculous.
And I think that to do that, I think we also need to notify Iowa Finance Authority
Definitely.
and let them handle paying the bills and everything. And so if things get shut off, if the residents have to move, that monkey's on their back. Because I don't want to be the one to tell those residents they have to move, number one. Number two, I don't want to be the one that this name is on that checkbook to sign when that water gets shut off because those bills didn't get paid.
Yeah.
I'm not going down that road, and I wouldn't blame you for not going down that road.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that right here in full. If my name is, if I have the authority to pay the bills and I don't pay the bills, I see that as being on me, and I'm not going down that road.
That's completely understandable, yeah. So do we want to have a meeting of the corporation, or do you intend to just draft a letter of resignation?
I can do either one, and I don't know, do we have to have an in-person meeting or?
We can do it remotely.
Cause I don't know that you'll get Leah or
Leo won't be able to come.
even Gina's. I have a fairly flexible schedule right now, but
Could we do it right now?
I can't do it this afternoon.
I think we should give it a day.
We call her, because she's moving.
So Leah's working at the hospital. Does she get off like at 3 o'clock or something? That if she wants to be a person, she can meet here at 3:30 or 4 o'clock? I mean,
Sure, yeah.
just an
Can't
option.
do it
I don't know what her
tomorrow
hours
until after
are.
lunch.
Yeah.
Hey, can you have a very quick meeting
I'm gonna call Tim
tomorrow to
when I
resign
get back to the office. I'll just let them know this is
from the Progressive Housing Court Board?
in the offing. You're gonna call who?
Okay.
I would like to leave this.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got the job fair or the career fair tomorrow. We all at the high school from 9 till noon. So I'd say
He's
Three.
switching careers.
3.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, does 3 work? for you,
Yeah, I'll
Sean?
make it work.
Okay. Yeah, so 3 o'clock? Okay, all right, thanks. Bye.
I just do.
Who was you talking
I'm
to?
sorry.
Gina.
Gina.
I'm gonna see if I can reach you.
Just practicing.
So I don't think,
I think Leah's just gonna go with whatever we say. She
Yeah.
doesn't know anything about any of this, really.
I mean, she's been getting emails and everything. She said, we had a conversation Saturday, so she knows we're on the cusp. We're on the precipice of.
there's no motion on the table. And the county doesn't have to move to do anything here. So,
Just kind of indicated we're not interested.
right, it sounds like this conversation solidified the reality that the county is not interested in taking over this project.
Leah?
We're wanting you as the attorney to take us down the right road since you know all the legal.
Okay, so you guys have to decide the road and I will
Well,
chart the best
we
course.
decide, I think we've decided.
Hey, this is
Now you
Leah.
make it
We're
go
gonna
the right
meet
way.
tomorrow.
You make
I'm
it go the
happy
right
to
way.
do that. I don't want to decide what road to go down, but once you guys decide the road, I'll try and pave the way. So,
You and your office.
It's the only option we got.
I
Where
know.
we've been treated.
Joe,
Your office is.
Where do you wanna meet
in here,
tomorrow at 3?
here, my office, your office.
We're doing a meeting at 3 o'clock in the Board of Supervisors office. If you can't attend, if you just want to shoot me an email, letter of resignation,
Hey, Jim, did you get
that would
there?
be fine, okay?
I think we did.
You give me a holler. if you
This
want.
is,
All right. Thanks, Leah.
This is
Bye.
one of those situations without a good course. There's not like a right way forward necessarily.
So this meeting, should Susie and I be sitting here too?
It's a meeting, you can be, but it's the corporation meeting to determine what they're
Okay,
gonna
so
do.
it's not
But it's open, yeah.
okay.
So my question is, before we dissolve, do we ask the county attorney for Jefferson County to draft correspondence to Iowa Finance Authority?
So I'm just going to call Tim this morning when we finish here, just to let him know. I'm not gonna send him any letters yet, but
Okay.
I just want him to know that this is happening and it's possible, and he'll change his tune once I say that, but I don't anticipate that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just want them to be the ones to shut the power off.
Yeah.
I don't want to sign checks. I don't want to pay anybody's bills.
You can't. You don't have the
Yeah.
checkbook. You don't have any authority to have that
You
checkbook.
don't want to get involved. in it.
You don't even, yeah, I'm so glad we didn't fix that
sidewalk.
sidewalk.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I feel like this is a lawyer thing or the higher up supervisor thing that our role is no longer valid. I mean, you have a building with no manager and a volunteer committee that was not designed for this kind of a mess.
Now, maybe Iowa Finance Authority will reach out to Keyway and say, hey, I know he said they have no mechanism to pay for that stuff, but I don't see that as our problem. So, okay,
Never has been our problem.
well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, in this case,
I guess to me, we don't have a choice now. If we're, not to say that we've been abandoned, but that's the feeling that I always felt like this was an appointed county committee. I didn't realize it wasn't insured. And that seems to not be the case anymore, or the decision. So why would we stay on,
Mhm.
just a floating free board that has nothing behind it?
just in the interest of full disclosure, because I forgot to pass this on to the board, Joe Gens did send a ballpark figure, and it's very comparable to what's currently being paid. But if you go through ICAP as opposed to travelers.
So
See, that's the other thing, all those vendors. I don't know at this point, Sean, do I? What do you call it, bug company, pest control comes in on the 6th. They're gonna be here anyway doing the other QA management buildings. I've already talked to her. I could just shoot an email and say, don't bother to go to Jackson Point.
Yeah, I mean, really, I feel like we've been doing more than already.
Hello.
Should have been.
Do
Absolutely.
you tell her don't bother to go or tell her that
No,
there's
that's
no
fine.
management?
Hey, we're having a
Don't know
meeting
which way to
tomorrow.
go.
Yeah,
three
this
of
is
the
not our
board supervisors
responsibility.
office,
This
Yes.
Basically,
I mean, if he says
dissolve the
don't go,
corporation.
then something happens.
I know.
if you
I
can't
know.
make it,
This
which
is
is fine,
not
if
our
you just want to shoot me an
responsibility.
email.
We're too
letter,
far in the weeds
presentation,
on
that
this one.
would be suffice. But
You don't have the authority.
no, it's,
Easy ways.
if you
Send them a
can talk
notice.
later, I'll give you a holler. I'm in the
There's
middle of a
nobody
meeting
to
right
pay
now.
bills.
And explain
They
to
might
you
be
what's
doing it for
taking
nothing.
place
Yeah.
up to this point.
At current, this is not our
The long
responsibility.
and short of it
Therefore,
is,
if we
I'm
get
sorry,
into
what?
it, it could become our responsibility.
Okay,
What page you on, Christian?
okay, I'll give you a holler around 11:30.
She came with a new.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
Smart
All right.
woman. Joe, you should have ate lunch yesterday. It was really, really good.
Well,
I
good.
mean, it was really good.
Well, I've had a
Okay,
busy
so-
day.
The three of us
I
are
go
on for
another
3 tomorrow.
terrace.
I'll talk to Leah at 11:30 while she's at lunch.
Okay, I'll call Mr. Moreland and, now and talk to him about what's going on.
And at this point, I don't think there's any need for us to do anything with the checking account
No.
unless you
No.
think differently.
No, I don't.
I think if you did that, we would show involvement. We don't want to do that.
Okay.
Sorry.
So then do we need to put this, well, you said something a second ago about a motion.
I said there wasn't a motion and there's no obligation for, they're not taking any action, right? So I don't think that there's a need for,
Well, kind of, sort of, they did. They're saying no.
well, they're not, well,
We didn't vote on it. We just
I
personally
know.
gave our
I
opinions.
know.
they would need to make a motion to
I
take
don't remember
action.
how the agenda was written up for this.
It wasn't discuss and consider.
Discuss and consider Jackson Point, basically. So there being no action taken, there wouldn't need to be a motion, right? Because if they take no action, there's no need for.
Okay.
You just mentioned about contacting the bug company not to come. You better not do it that way. Susie and I was talking. You better notify them that currently there is
We don't.
no way to pay
Yeah,
bills.
we do
You
not
don't
have
know-
authority to do this.
Yeah,
Well, what I will tell them, because they're already here, they will be here in town,
Yeah, I
as they do
know.
all the others.
yes.
And she already acknowledged that she knows what the situation is. And I just told her that I would let her know whether or not we needed her to go to the building.
Yeah,
Let them make that decision.
Yeah, let
You
them-
just tell them what.
just
the
say
situ-
we are not authorized to do this.
Yeah,
Right.
because if something happens and they don't go, it could come back on your back that you
Yeah,
told them not to
yeah.
go.
Right.
So,
I'm gonna try and have a conversation with Mr. Moreland. Does either of you have any interest in listening to that?
Did you bring alcohol?
I mean, I do, but I don't know that you want my mouth there.
Fair enough.
Which drawer?
But if you want my mouth
No,
there,
I
I
just,
wish. I wish.
I'll just tell you how it goes.
I can take my timer with me. You seen the timer?
I was looking at that. I was hoping it was what it looked like, which is a little ratchet down.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
You want to show
cute.
them how timer works?
How long is the time for?
Not very long.
Not very long.
We've
Not long
way
enough
past
sometimes.
our time on this meeting.
With you?
whoa,
We should give that little guy a name.
That's short. That's a short timer.
Yeah.
Like Lee.
All right.
Junior.
Thanks.
Lee
Thanks,
Junior.
Tom.
Thanks, Chauncey.
Yep.
thank you.
Take care.
All right.